Hello, you beautiful people. How are you doing? Welcome back. I am going to try with layering the metallics and pearls. So I did this painting a little while back and it is beautiful. I love it. And this was the wrecked puddle pour design, but the pearls, these colors, didn't show up as much as they normally do when I do this type of painting. And so this was the Amsterdam metallic that I layered. Maybe I should hold it like this. This was the Amsterdam metallic, and then I layered the same color of the pearl on top. So I think what I'm gonna do this time is layer the base and then the metallic, and then the color, the actual color, and I tried to make most of them as opaque as I could. I mixed these colors myself and then layered the pearl on top. Then I'll see if there is a difference. If I can remember, I'll try to put this one back up at the end of the video so that you can see the difference between the two. But for now, let's paint. All right, so I'm really just going to go ahead and get started here. I've never actually done this on like the puddle pour. I'm pretty sure I haven't on a square canvas. I've always done those 15 inch by 30 inch. So for this one, I am going to do it on a square canvas just for something different. And I am also going to kind of pour this in a little bit more of a square. Like, let's set ourselves up for success here for trying to reach the edges. And I mixed a blue and a black together. Ooh, and I've got a little bit of the blue and the black mixing here. I stirred it, but I actually think I'm gonna leave that. It's really cool. So that just gave me another idea. Maybe I do one like a ribbon pour and then do, so many ideas happen after. And this was a boo-boo. Oh, okay. All right, okay, so I'm going to, I had a day in my studio yesterday. I was working on a commission, and I can't tell you how many times commissions just, they don't turn out. Like, I have all the ideas, I do my recipes I think I'm like putting too much pressure on myself, you know? And so all day yesterday, every single one I worked on, nope. I just gave up. I was like, I'm going inside, I'm gonna make dinner. And I came back out fresh. And I started working on those again as well. But whew, some days in the studio are just like a doozy. Okay, all right. So I have to remember what I said. I'm going with the metallics first. So I am going to pour my blue. Metallic. And I want to save space for all the colors. That always, when I'm working on such a small space, on those elongated canvases, it's really hard to always try to put the placement of the colors where you want them. All right, my metallic green, I'll have one there. This green shows up like a turquoise green. It's actually really pretty. Okay, so see, I'm still reminding myself I need to save room for all my other colors. I only have two left this time. So purple. I'm doing pretty good not to drip these. Okay, well, spoke too soon. Okay, and now my yellow. So I have a spot here for a yellow. Spot here, here, woo, here, and there. I have no yellow up there, but those will spread off. I think I'm gonna leave it. I feel like a purple I feel like that's purple right there. Okay, first part, done. Now, for my actual colors, and I am gonna layer them still on top of one another. So you may not even be able to see the real color that much. These are always so interesting to see how they're going to come out. Whoops. I'm pouring a little bit. It's like mixing in with the paint. I need to get closer to the surface of the puddle itself to pour it on top. Okay, like that. You want it to just glide on top. For this, when I'm doing this experiment, I don't want them to mix too much. Okay, next up is, I'm interested to see how this is going to come out on the square canvas as well. So next, oh, I got some air bubbles in that one. Next, I'm going to do, this is a little bit different green because I mixed this color myself, but that's okay. Oh, I'm catching these drips today, y'all. Maybe this is karma for how I was not doing so well the other day. Not karma, but like, I don't know. What's the word? Like, it was bad one day, so this day will be good. What word am I looking for? That blue, it's creating a little bit of like a reaction around the blue mixed in with the black base is creating a little bit of a reaction, but I'm not mad at it. All right, next up is purple. I actually kind of like that effect of it bleeding into the other color. And then I don't know if this one works, I might switch up the colors like I did in one. And I do want to do, I've never done like a super duper big one before. So I do want to do that as well. Okay, my last color in here, yellow. This yellow, the Azo Yellow Deep and the Azo Yellow Medium by Amsterdam are so pretty. I wish I had one more yellow like up there somewhere, but oh well. Okay, last up, the colors. So here's blue. Ooh, it's already tilting off. No, stop. Stop. And you can tell my table is like the tiniest bit. Okay, blue, blue. You're my boy, blue. Oh my gosh, what is that from? Y'all, I'm just having fun in my studio. I don't know if I told y'all, but one day I have a window in my garage. And 2 people came that day and I was making videos. One of them was my next door neighbor for something. And here I am just talking to no one in my studio. I'm talking to you, but I'm talking to no one. And then again, a delivery person came and like I could see them right there and they kind of looked in and I must seem like I'm crazy, like I'm talking to myself out in my studio, you know? All right, so this is purple. I should like have a sign on the door that's like, I am speaking to the world currently. All right, purple. I don't know, I was in a silly mood today. And then yellow. Let me do a little bit more in that one. Okay, and these leftovers, I'm gonna do in everything but the kitchen sink with those. Okay, so this spread out a lot. I have like a little bucket of pearl paint that I've been scraping up off my table, so that will go in there. All right, so I'm gonna start. Have I ever done this pearl puddle pour on a square canvas before? If anybody can remember. Okay, that is super cool. I'm gonna come back this way. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. I love it when this design happens. Oh, I need to pay attention to where I'm scraping my little... Oh, did I get all the way through there? I did. Uh-oh, that's gonna go off the edge anyway. I feel like this one line, like I needed one extra line right there, but I'm not gonna do it. All right, ready? Let's stretch this out and see how it goes. I am getting ready for my in-person classes. People must also, my neighbors must think I am crazy. I always have boxes going out on trash day for boxes because I'm always like ordering stuff and canvases. And now I swear I've been having a delivery person to my house like every day because I'm ordering from all these different places, paint, canvases, all the supplies, like everything for the classes. They're probably like, what does this woman do? All right, here we go. Okay, I'm going to, I feel like I'm going to stretch to this side first, roll it on over. Ooh, do I stretch to this side next? Okay, okay, all right. Ooh, this is really pretty. So much paint on here. Okay. I don't really want to turn it around, so I think I'm going to do the overhead view. Maybe I turn it around. One more time, trying not to touch the sides. Oh, I don't have it. I don't have it. Okay, there we go. Down to this side, back up, down to that side, back up. Oh, I've just got this one big purple one in the middle here. Okay, wow, those stretched out like huge. What do we think? It has a lot of paint still on it. I don't even know if that's gonna dry right, y'all. That is a lot of paint still on there. Super cool though. I do have this one little speck of yellow that I want to get rid of. I'm just gonna get rid of it like that. You just kind of mix it back in. Pretty abstract. I've got my blues, I've got yellow, I've got purple. Missing a little bit of purple over there for composition. Got a little bit of yellow over here too. But I've got my main purple in the center, so I'm pretty happy with it. I'm gonna give it a torch. I'm gonna get my little edges here and pray that this one dries nicely. It still has a lot of paint, but I don't wanna stretch out the design anymore. And then we'll see how these pearls show up after layering the color underneath it. So I'll show you what this looks like. All right, here it is. Super cool on the square. I wish my puddles were a little bit smaller and I had more of them, but this was my first time doing it on a canvas like this. And the other thing is, look, all of these little spaces are air bubbles that popped. But it's okay for the experiment to see how this goes. That's my favorite one right there because it's a little bit oblong and it looks like a flower. It's so pretty. All right, so here we go. You can see the color like starting a little bit in the pearls, but I'm just really interested to see how these are gonna show up. All right. So let's see how this dries, and then I will put it next to the one that I showed at the beginning of the video to see that one as well. And then I'm also going to do an everything but the kitchen sink with all of these leftover colors. All right, we'll see how it dries. All right, here it is dry. Now, there are quite a few things to say here. First, I love the way it has a halo effect around each of them. I love the fact that it was a square canvas and not the 15-inch by 30, like elongated. You can see, I feel like, the pearls a little bit better. Like you can see that's that pearlescent effect on there with having a regular color, and these were mostly opaque or semi-opaque colors. You can see this was the pearl, this was the regular color, and this was the metallic. And it almost creates like a neon light type effect around it. You can definitely see the purple. Oh, look at that. So I would say super successful. The dots from the air bubbles actually dried pretty well. You can see them in the yellow, but I'm actually okay with it. I think this is super duper pretty. A great experiment. Another one to put in the tool belt if you really want to control pearl paints. And I love the design and I love the colors too. So I would say for sure this one was successful and I'm very glad that I did it. I hope that you liked the video. Thank you so much for watching. Happy painting. Bye.